Right, so word from my man with the burger van. He has received correspondence from the court this time. We don't know what happened last Wednesday, or whenever it was. We can only make assumptions on basically from the information I'm about to tell you. He's received a letter from the court to say that it's been postponed because he needs to be there to plead guilty or not guilty to not paying the trading license fee. Now bear in mind, this is the trading license fee that they're not legally allowed to charge for, because they did not in 1984 send a letter to the chief constable at the time, and they did not in 1984 send a letter to the chief of county highways at the time asking for permission to charge for a trading license. We know this because they can't produce it, and basically the last excuse I had some time ago was that they may have lost it, which isn't good enough really. To start with, they shouldn't be obviously losing things like that. Personally, I believe they should have to do this every year, because year in, year out, all they've done is put the price up and up and up, without any sort of consultation or permission, and they're just basically, it's extortion, really. That's all it comes down to. We know all that anyway. So he must turn up on the 27th, I think they said, of this month, and commonly under law, I won't say under common law because that's a different thing. Commonly under law, they must of course give 21 to 30 days notice, which they failed to do because it was written on the 6th, which certainly gives them 21 days notice, but it doesn't give my mate 21 days notice. So I don't know what they're doing. It looks now at this point as the court is backing up blatant corruption, because basically no proof has ever been provided by the council that they can charge, and of course 30 years worth of money, public money, is still missing from their accounts. So it does look now as if this is the court backing up blatant corruption. So I can only assume, whenever that day was the other week, that they got one of their pet magistrates on the bench and they soft-soaked them and said, you know, we is all in this together, innit? As is so often the case. So, who bloody hell's honking? Strange people. So, I mean, what can you say with something like that? You've got a court backing up corruption. You know, you've got a bed judge in Peterborough who just ignores evidence. I mean, this whole thing is wildly out of control for them. So a letter will be going to the court expressing our feelings on the matter. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. I mean, I'm almost lost for words. The first thing was, as I said in the previous video, the first summons came out and it had the wrong name on it, so that was sent back because they'd summoned the wrong person to court. The council went into court and changed the name and sent it back out, and that time he had about 6 working days notice or something, which was when we saw the lawyer, which was when we found out about the 21 to 30 days notice. So, but they are literally making this up as they go along. They're just correcting these mistakes until they get it right. Which is not only a massive waste of taxpayers' cash, because obviously they've never, despite winning the court case last year, they're never going to see that money because that was a completely illegal verdict. It's just all of them working on this all the time, And bear in mind, as I have mentioned before, this is for 6 months' money. That's about 800 quid. I think they've probably spent about 8,000 chasing it. But that's your money, guys. I mean, seriously, people have to realise what's going on here. These people take out vendettas against people who dare to stand up against them. That's plain and simple. That's what this is. This is a vendetta. You know, it'd have been better. My mate had been better dealing with the mob, to be honest. At least they sort of bargain and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's quite incredible. These so-called responsible people in responsible positions, and all they are is thieves and blackmailers and extortionists, and you know, and they're all backed up by the Bent Police Force, led unably by Chief Constable Sissy Parr, sitting there watching 20 of his senior officers commit misconduct and fraud and various other offences, and laughing about it, because that's the type of guy he is, I guess. Anyway, this is just an update, obviously, so we'll see what happens when our letter goes back in. But you know, I'll have court people arrested too, that's fine. Don't care. I'll have them all sent to jail, because they've just dropped a whole bunch of other people into the mix now. So, you know, as well as council officers, local government ombudsman, district auditor, MPs, policemen, Prime Minister, and all the rest of them that have broken the law, we've now got all the court staff in the net. So, carry on, guys, keep making it worse for yourself, you know. I really don't care. I've got nothing better to do. And, quite frankly, it's going to give me great pleasure to see you all go to jail anyway, so it's not like I'm going to give up. So, yes, thanks for watching this one. Just like I say, just a quick update, and I'll catch you later on.